In just 35 years, I've learned more about life than I ever expected. And no, it wasn't from books, or lectures, or even life hacks. It came from simple, unexpected lessons that shook me to my core. Did you know the average person spends over 12 years of their life on social media? That's 12 years of scrolling, comparing, and consuming content that doesn't truly add value to our lives. Or that Americans, on average, spend $1,800 a year on things they don't need, only to end up with more clutter and stress? But what if I told you there's a way to break free from all of this? A way to reclaim your time, your focus, and your happiness by embracing a minimalist mindset. In the next 5 minutes, we'll dive into 6 life-changing lessons that will help you live more, with less. You'll discover how to create space for what really matters and start making choices that lead to a more intentional, fulfilling life. Ready for the challenge? Let's get started. Chapter 1. The Power of Less. Letting go of the non-essential. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to accumulate more than we actually need. Minimalism isn't just about cleaning out your closet, it's about simplifying your life. A 2016 study found that 74% of people feel stressed by the clutter in their homes. The more stuff you own, the more time you spend managing it. When you embrace the idea of less is more, you create space for the things that truly matter. Marie Kondo's famous rule, "Does it spark joy?" is a great place to start. By letting go of things that don't add value to your life, you create a sense of freedom and clarity. Remember, the goal is not to own less but to live more intentionally. Over time, simplifying your life can lead to greater happiness. Research from Princeton University found that physical clutter negatively affects your ability to focus. So, take a moment to declutter your surroundings and see how it shifts your mindset. Chapter 2. Intentional Living. Mastering the art of saying no. Saying no can be difficult, but it's one of the most powerful tools in minimalist living. By rejecting what doesn't serve you, you make room for what truly matters. According to a study from the University of California, people who say yes too often tend to experience higher levels of stress. This is because overcommitment dilutes your energy and time. Learning to say no is a form of self-respect. It's about valuing your time and protecting your mental space. As Steve Jobs once said, focus is about saying no. When you choose to say no to distractions, you're saying yes to your goals. People often feel guilty for turning down invitations or opportunities, but remember, prioritizing your well-being is essential. It's not selfish, it's smart. By being intentional with your time, you create more space for meaningful experiences and growth. Chapter 3. Quality over quantity. The joy of meaningful choices. In a world that celebrates abundance, minimalism flips the script. Instead of chasing after endless possessions, focus on the few things that truly bring value to your life. The average American home has tripled in size since the 1950s, yet people are more stressed about their possessions than ever before. That's because when you own too much, you lose sight of what's truly important. Minimalism encourages you to focus on quality, whether it's in your relationships, work, or personal belongings. Instead of buying things you don't need, invest in experiences or items that enhance your life. A study by the University of Illinois found that experiences, like travel or learning something new, contribute more to long-term happiness than material possessions. So next time you think about buying something, ask yourself, does this add real value to my life? The less you focus on quantity, the more room you have for quality moments. If you're enjoying these insights, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It helps us create more content that empowers you to live a simpler, more intentional life. Let's continue. Chapter 4. The Freedom in Discomfort. How minimalism helps you grow. We often seek comfort, but real growth happens in the discomfort zone. Minimalism isn't just about physical space, it's about creating mental space for growth. Living simply can be challenging at first. It forces you to question your habits and break free from the societal norms of consumerism. According to research from the University of Michigan, people who embrace discomfort are more likely to experience personal growth. Minimalism forces you to step outside of your comfort zone, whether it's downsizing your living space or making hard decisions about what's truly important. You'll likely feel uncomfortable at first, but that's a sign you're moving in the right direction. Over time, you'll learn to appreciate the freedom that comes from saying goodbye to excess. In fact, the freedom to choose less often leads to a deeper sense of satisfaction. As the philosopher Socrates once said, "He is richest who is content with the least." Minimalism, when embraced fully, becomes the gateway to real personal transformation. Chapter 5. Mindful Moments. Savoring the simple pleasures. In our rush to do more, we often forget to truly enjoy the present. Minimalism teaches us to slow down and savor the small things in life. Research by Harvard University shows that mindfulness can reduce stress and increase overall well-being. By practicing mindfulness, you can turn everyday moments into extraordinary experiences. Instead of rushing through your morning coffee, take a moment to appreciate the warmth, the aroma, and the taste. Minimalism encourages you to slow down and truly connect with your environment. A walk in nature, a quiet evening at home, or even a simple meal can be deeply fulfilling when you focus on the experience, not the outcome. You don't need expensive vacations or grand gestures to feel happy. Often, it's the simple things that bring the most joy. As author Pico Iyer puts it, in the end, the best way to find meaning in life is not by adding more, but by subtracting the unnecessary. Chapter 6. Minimalism is freedom. Breaking the chains of consumerism. Consumerism pushes us to constantly want more, but minimalism offers a way out. The average person spends 12 hours a week shopping, whether online or in stores. This constant cycle of wanting and buying can leave you feeling empty. Minimalism helps break this chain by shifting the focus away from consumption and toward living with intention. It's not about deprivation, it's about making conscious decisions about what you truly need. In fact, research from the University of Massachusetts found that people who live with less are often more content with their lives. The key is understanding that happiness doesn't come from material possessions. It comes from experiences, relationships, and self-growth. When you remove the constant urge to buy, you free up time, money, and energy for the things that truly matter. Minimalism gives you the freedom to live life on your own terms, without being controlled by the latest trends or marketing tactics. It allows you to focus on what really brings you joy and peace. Thanks for joining me on this journey to discover the true power of minimalism. If you found these lessons helpful, don't forget to subscribe and share this video with others who might need a little less in their lives. Here's to living more, with less.